The Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Tyler with the FanSplash podcast here to bring you my review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie teaser trailer that we got today. Now, as you could tell by my inexpensive Hot Topic shirt, that I am a fan of the OG series. Well, that's not to say that I've been watching it all along. I haven't seen it in years, although I wouldn't be ashamed to admit if I had or not. I was just growing up. It was like immediately what was out when I was a kid. You know, it started with the first series. I was very young, and then I went through. I think Lost Galaxy was the last one that I saw. So I remember a lot of plot points, and I've looked into them. I think about 5 years ago they all came onto Netflix, and I just read through like the plot details, like episode by episode, and refresh my memory a little bit on them. So I've got kind of like the idea of like the original show mostly, and I remember a lot about it, and I remember how cool and awesome I thought it was, and like just the presence of the show itself. Now, from the jump, what we got with this show, one of these legs is a little down, was some images that were controversial to say the least. Now, I think the first one we got was Rita Repulsa, and that was Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. And now the classic Rita has this huge getup, this massive neck piece, and this large hat. And she's a very exaggerated caricature villain. But her whole getup looked cool, but I can understand how it would want some like redesigning. So when we got this image of Rita as like obviously a completely different person that didn't look anything like Rita, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the creative difference, and I think, okay, I could go with this. And we do review it, I believe, in one of our podcasts. I think it was episode 4 or 5. I believe it was one of them when a buddy of ours, Andy, was a guest. But back to it. Then we got the Iron Rangers image. And that was the image that showed all the Power Rangers morphed into their Ranger suits. And they all looked like the exact same character with just different colors shading. And the reason they say Iron Rangers is because they look like big, ugly, bulky Iron Man ripoffs. And there's not much more to it than that. Then we got their Megazord pictures that looked like ridiculous alien honeycombs, like became dinosaur shapes. Somehow like vague looking dinosaur shapes. So I was a little upset about it because, you know, the power tokens that they use are designed specifically for Earth, to protect Earth. That's why they have dinosaurs on them. So why can't their helmets still have like the kind of dinosaur design? I've always thought the helmets were badass, you know? I get that like the suits don't have to be, you know, like the skin tight, you know, suit, but they don't have to be like these big bulky Iron Man ones. Well, jumping ahead, but at the end of the trailer, you get a small glimpse of it. You see Jason the Red Ranger. Well, you see all Rangers around in a circle. And I believe it looks like they're morphing for the first time. And you see Jason the Red Ranger. Not a full morph, but like small glimpses of it. It looks like it's form-fitting to his body. And that looks a little bit more... I don't know what the word is. Viable to me. Excuse me, I'm sick. It doesn't look as bulky as I thought it would, as I had anticipated. So I'm much more happy about that. The rest of the trailer looked kind of like, you know, the overused teen story, troubled teens, you know, minor misdemeanors, criminal offenses have to go to like, you know, the remedial school, and, you know, bump into it. It basically, it's kind of like Breakfast Club meets Chronicle, or any other teen movie meets Chronicle, but Chronicle is like a hard thing in there. It's like almost exactly Chronicle is what it seems like from the teaser trailer. And as easy to point out as that is, and as hashed out as like the rest of the teen story of the whole plot seems to be just from the teaser, I'm okay with it. The story could be a lot worse, and the characters seem, the character ability in them seems well enough. You know what I mean? I think the casting so far, from what you could tell in the trailer, is fine, and I think the special effects look fine. Rita turned out a little cheesier and more stupid than I would have thought, but we only get that one small shot of her, so who knows? And no, my main concern was like visuals was mostly their suits, and if they're more form fitting and less of like bulky Iron Man thing, my mind could be put to ease with it a little bit. So I think that I actually have something to look forward to with this film. Like, I'm still don't want to get my hopes up. I'm still not overly excited about it. I still have my worries, but now I actually think that this is something that I can get on board with, especially with certain people that are attached to it. Obviously, Elizabeth Banks, Bryan Cranston, Bill Hader as well. All very talented people that I happen to be a huge fan of. So, looking forward to all of that, and we'll see what's next. So that's it for my review of the trailer. And a little bit of backstory about myself, I guess. If you haven't seen it already, check out the 24th installment of our podcast, which just came out. If you haven't been following our episodic reviews of Marvel and Netflix's Luke Cage, check those out. My buddy Jesse Swift and partner on the podcast just released a reaction for the teaser trailer of John Wick 2. Go and check that out. And if you haven't already, check out our buddies Josh and Alan at the Josh and Alan group on YouTube. Subscribe to their stuff and watch all their great content. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and join our Facebook group. It's an open Facebook page. You could chime in. You could post links. You could say anything you want. You could have us check out your podcast. We'll plug you if we like your stuff. Whatever you want. All right. So until next time, I've been Tyler, and I'll see you for our Halloween episode, or more sooner, rather, my review of episode 9 of Luke Cage. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep an eye and an ear out for exciting new content. Be sure to follow us on all the social media sites. Twitter is at TheFanSplash. YouTube, just search Fansplash. We've got an open Facebook network, Fansplash Network. Instagram is fan_splash_podcast. SoundCloud.com/fansplash. You can email us, thefansplash@gmail.com, and Reddit at r/fansplash. Title and end credit songs written by Jacob Hall. See you next time.
May the film be with you. Always.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Tyler.